Hi everyone, Cheryl here with Creative Inspiration Paints, and today I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to alter this frame using some white paint and some beige Creative Inspiration paint. So let's go ahead and get started. I want to move that aside. So the first thing you're going to want to do is just paint the frame any color. I'm using white. Oops, and I already made a mess. I'm using a white because of the color of the frame. I want to be sure that it's covered up. And don't mind my messy hands. I've been crafting today, and so they're a mess. So you're just going to go ahead and fully cover this. Oops. Try to keep the hair out. With some white paint. Oops. And then I'm going to try to dry it a little bit. I have done one of these for the calendar that I had shown on the blog, and I wanted to do a video, but I didn't get time to. So I figured I'd do it for this tag that I'm making to go in one of my albums. Okay, so your tag is fully painted now. And I'm just using the heat to help set the paint. Okay, that should be okay. And I'll stick these aside. Oops. The next thing I'm going to do is take the beige Creative Inspiration paint, and then I also need a brush. I love using these paints. They're so shimmery and they're really pretty. And you can use them on just about everything. I've used them on buttons, lace, ribbon, paper. I'll show you when I'm done. So what I'm going to do is just, well, that brush is a little big. Oh, I don't know if I have a smaller one right here. Okay. And as you can see, the paint's on the lid, so I always work with the paint in the lid first. And then I'm just highlighting some of the areas on the frame. And usually you'll want to let the paint set, and I could tell already that it's not, because even with heating it, because I could see a little bit of the color coming through. And because this is a water-based paint, you can actually use some water to thin the color as well. And that's what I've done. I've just wet the brush. And that's going to have to do. I'm going to show you what the last one that I'm talking about, how I did. Let me see if I can get to it. Sorry, you guys. I had created this calendar here, and I did the same thing with that metal tag. I painted it, and then I used the tan on this other one. And so they're real easy to do, and so you'll want to let that dry. Another thing I did, and I'll show you, on this tag here, I'm going to set this aside. I went ahead, and this isn't put together yet, but the lace here was actually this color, and hopefully you could see that. And so I painted it with the beige, and I did use water to help blend it through, and I also did it on the lace behind the bow, And then the lace up at the top, I did use the same color, but that is a white lace right here. And so that's what I did. And then for around the edges, I did the same thing. I actually used a duster, and I dusted with the color around the edges. I used on the frame here the beige. You can see that. And then for around the edges, I used the tan on the edges of the paper. And so those are some ideas of ways you could use your Creative Inspiration paints. And I hope you enjoyed. And this little frame is going to go right there. And I hope you enjoyed my video today. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time. Have a nice day.